My name is Peter Hurley. I'm a headshot photographer based out of New York City. I created the website Headshot Crew as a place for headshot photographers to hone their craft. So many of my students are kicking ass in their local markets, and it means so much to me knowing that I gave them the tools and the knowledge to get where they are. In this series, I'm going to be traveling around the world to meet some of these photographers on their home turf. This is the Headshot Crew Studio Series.
Hey guys, Peter Hurley here, and I'm here yet again with another Headshot Crew Studio Series. This time I am in LA with Tony Tve. Hey Tony, how you doing?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm psyched to be here.
Yeah,
it's just awesome to come around and see what these Headshot Crew people are doing. And you've been a member of the crew for quite some time now. It's been awesome having you. He is a shooter, and he shoots out of Scottsdale in LA at the moment. And right now we're in an LA studio where he shoots. And why don't we start at the beginning? When did you pick up a camera?
When did I pick up a camera? So I moved to the States, and I'm from Liverpool in England. Moved to the States in 2010, and I originally moved here to sell cars.
Yeah.
I used to sell work for Audi back home, and so I came here to sell cars, and the visa was taking a long time. And in the meantime, I needed to, make some money, and so I bought a Canon 7D and a 70-200 f4, and just hit the streets and started taking pictures of stuff. I never sold a car again in my life.
No way. Yeah. Really? That's awesome. How did you first charge? What was the process of earning money as a photographer?
So back then I was doing more photojournalism stuff.
Yeah.
So it was assignments for magazines, newspapers. So it wasn't so much what I charged, it was what they'd pay.
Yeah.
So it was kind of,
Do you remember the first time you ever charged for photographic services?
Yeah, I don't remember how much it was. It wouldn't have been much. I know that.
But you got paid.
Been much. I got paid though.
That's cool. That's very cool.
I could finally call myself a professional.
Yeah,
because I got paid.
What was it? What were you shooting? What was it specifically that you were paid for?
So it was a lot of. I don't remember what the first one is, but it was news stuff.
Yeah.
So if there was something happened, you go down there and just take pictures.
That was it?
Yeah. It was freelance, so you just hit the road, get on the scene.
But how did you find people that were interested in obtaining your images from that kind of work?
So I knew some people who worked for, I knew some journalists.
Yeah.
And so I'd contact them and say, I've got these shots, do you want to buy them? And they go, now it's all online, but back then they were still, the magazines were the where you wanted the work to be back then.
So were you shooting natural light, or did you have a speed light? Like,
yeah,
what was
natural
your
light.
Yeah.
It was always natural light, candid style out in the open.
When did you start using lights, and how did you learn how to use them?
You.
That was when you started.
Yeah, well, I did the intensive, and you probably don't remember, but I started off with two B1s on a 1x3 strips, and a weird hybrid of a bicolor flex panel for the fill at the bottom.
I remember that.
You remember?
I remember.
Yeah. And then the first time you saw it, you're like, what the fuck is that? and it was a weird setup. It was strange, but I made it work. It was cool. Yeah.
I think people need to see you in action. So why don't we see what you can do?
Let's do it. Right. Come on in.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to the studio and do a quick shoot. Get some shots, eh? Bring your chin out for me a little bit. Do this with your head just a smidge. All right there. Go chin down a little bit for me. You can't understand. Look a little less feminine. There we go. Go chin out a little bit more. Go hold that right there. Now go back to kicking my arse and enjoying it. There we go. Hold that right there. Take your nose that way a little for me. Do you feel as bored as you look right now?
I'm curious, so the intensive was early for you in terms of picking up a camera and getting going with shooting people.
Yeah.
How'd you find me?
A mate of mine sent me this video, and he was actually doing headshots. He was part of the headshot crew when it was, what was it called before?
PH2 Pro.
He was part of that.
Wow.
And he was doing headshots, and I never really paid that much attention to it. And he sent me one of your videos, and he's like, "You got to look at this maniac. This is hilarious." So I watched it, and when I seen those shots on the white background, even though I don't shoot that often on white background, when I saw them, I was like, I need to learn how to do this. This is amazing.
Yeah.
You know, so that really got me into it.
That's cool. And then how'd you find out about the intensive? You were already on the crew.
I was on the crew, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was one of those people who, I think a lot of people do it for the first few months. They're there, but they're not there.
Yeah.
You know, like you watch from afar and
Yeah.
too scared to put stuff up.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I was definitely one of them. And then I went to the intensive, and you know that got my arse into gear.
The ball rolling. Cool. Yeah. So now portraiture is your main business, or headshots is actually your main business?
Headshots is my only. Yeah, really? I don't do any of the other stuff anymore.
Just headshots?
Just headshots, yeah.
Wow. And you're running in 2 cities right now?
Over in Scottsdale in Arizona, and then obviously here in LA. And next year, 2019, I want to grow and do more in LA. Because right now I'm like 75% Scottsdale.
Who would you say your main clientele are? Are you shooting corporate? Are you shooting actors? Obviously you're in LA. I would think that you do shoot actors.
Yeah, I mean, it's corporate.
Yeah.
But what I feel in LA is that there's, as you know, there's a million headshot photographers in LA, and they're all chasing actors.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anyone chasing corporate people.
Right.
And there's a lot of corporate.
We do have a Find a Photographer link on Headshot Crew, and I'm always curious as to, sometimes I know, sometimes I don't, whether people are getting jobs through that, and I've had some success stories, and it's amazing to hear. Have you gotten jobs off the Headshot Crew?
Yeah, totally, yeah. I get, you know, a couple of inquiries a month maybe.
Oh, that's great.
And you know, from there, you never, it's like anything, you know, like yeah, exactly, and you know, some inquiries work out, some obviously don't. Yeah. But yeah, I've had work from it, yeah.
Let's talk about your gear setup, what you use, what you like to use. Do you have, build it from the ground up, what do you got? What are you shooting with? What are you using today?
Yeah.
What can't you live without?
I can't live without my flex kit.
Yeah.
Yeah, my God, those lights. So I started with the Pro Photos and the hybrid thing, and I think when I was associate, I was still using that. So, you know, the light was there with that, it was fine, but it was, it wasn't easy. You know, it was a hybrid setup. But once I got the flex kit, I knew that when I got that, it'd take it to another level in terms of the quality, and it did. And I couldn't imagine shooting headshots with anything different.
I'm glad to hear that. So guys, he uses the Westcott flex kit, which I designed. It's a Peter Hurley flex kit, and yeah, a lot of the recipe works, and people love it, and it's just a good system for headshot photography. Yeah. What about the other stuff? Camera? Yeah,
so I shoot Canon. Right now I'm on a 5D Mark III, but I think I'm gonna go get that R, the mirrorless, because it looks unreal. Yeah. Faisal tripod, Arca Swiss ball head. Yeah. The standard setup.
My stuff.
But you know, I mean, I also, it works amazing, but I also know that a lot of people on the crew who use other stuff, and that's, you know, people get amazing things from other stuff too. It's just, for me, I kind of followed the tried and tested, and it works perfect for me.
It works well. Yeah. Okay, if you could go back in time and speak to yourself before you picked up a camera, is there any advice that you would give? This is a question that I get asked often. If I could talk to the Peter Hurley pre-camera days, what would I say?
I just tell myself this is going to be fun. Like, I wouldn't change anything, because, you know, the lessons are all gold, you know. I just tell myself this is going to be fun. Just enjoy this, you know. This is, to me, I mean, this is a job, you know, but it's not. It's fun. I get to have fucking fun for my job. You know, so if I could speak to myself before this started, I'd say you're a lucky fucker. You know?
I think we all feel like lucky fuckers owning camera. I mean, if you can make money from shooting a camera, I don't think there's anything better than that. You know, it's really great. Do you have a story about your most challenging client and maybe how you got through it, or?
I did actually have one one client once. It wasn't challenging as such, it was just a bit bizarre. So it was a corporate client, and she was, the shoot went really well. And then at the end of the shoot, she said, I wanted to do some shots for my husband. And I was like, oh, what did you have in mind? And she wanted to do topless shots. I mean, I said no. Because,
said no?
Yeah, because it was like 2 months after I'd opened the studio in Scottsdale. And it freaked me out. I was like, it just freaked me out. I didn't know how to handle it. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, every client is challenging in their own way. Yeah. But that's what makes it fun, right? That's part of the...
Well, I've always said that you don't learn as much from the easy ones.
Yeah, exactly. You learn very little from them. Yeah. From the
you want to have a
ones.
good time, you want to give people good pictures, but if you go, if it's straight, narrow, and easy, you don't get...
coasting, right?
To get better.
Yeah.
So the hard ones are the ones you remember, and working through them allows you the ability for the next time to handle that situation, which is amazing. That's where we really learn. Just tell me what Headshot Crew means to you.
It's a difficult question because it really is. It's huge. The people, we were talking last night about how, in the crew, it feels so unusual that there's a real core of people that are all just good people, and for me, being part of that inspires me. It makes me want to be better, and, everyone supports each other. It changed my life, and that sounds like such a throwaway comment to make, but it did, it's changed the way I work. It's changed, it's a family.
We also have this deal in the Headshot Crew that I have these acronyms and stuff, and I say one of them that's one of my favorites is an AFZ, right?
What's that?
An AFZ. It's an asshole-free zone.
Oh, yeah. It is. It is. Yeah.
Because we want people to come in and we want to elevate them, so we coach them on the level that they're at and get them to where they need to be. And we're not there to hammer anybody or really give them a hard time. We can get people better. And we want to boost their confidence and and elevate their photography and make sure they're making money and doing this thing. And we attract amazing individuals into this thing. And I don't know how people show up, but you showed up. So.
Bad man, and you're right. The individuals, they are amazing. They're really good people. All really good friends, which is cool.
It's very cool.
It is.
Cool. For those that don't know, you guys, I started Headshot Crew, and I have a status which is called associate status. And people that get into the crew, we elevate their photography. We coach them from where they are to where we feel they need to be. And eventually, I do a portfolio review for them, and the goal is to get 15 shots by me that I think are really rock solid, so that they can use the Headshot Crew to market themselves and as a brand and represent us well. And I feed jobs to them through the Find a Photographer site, or I get jobs randomly and for people all over the country and world for that matter. But after you go associate, when people step up to the plate and help other photographers and just do it from their heart, I created this mentor program where I make them a mentor. So Tony, we had Headshot Mania in Palm Springs last February, and I was on stage and we were finishing the event, and at the very end of the event, I said, there's a couple I said, it means a lot to me, guys. It's like a big deal. Anyway, we had the whole audience there, and I said, all the mentors come up on stage. And everybody came up, and I said, there's a couple missing. Wait, hold on. Somebody's missing. And I pointed at Tony, and I said, get your ass up here. And, man, that's awesome. Oh, shit. I didn't know this was going to go down this way. Anyway, it obviously, this crew means the world to me, but it's the relationships that are formed. It's the fact that we have fellow photographers helping each other out and doing this. And Tony actually, when he became a mentor, he got involved and he runs the whole social media aspect of the Instagram for Headshot Crew. And he's been awesome. So definitely follow Headshot Crew on Instagram. All right, Tony, you're awesome. It's been great having you as a part of this crew, as a mentor in the crew, and as a personal, really close friend of mine.
Thanks,
it's been amazing. Thanks a lot.
To become a member of the crew and start upping your headshot game, visit headshotcrew.com.